Today we're going to explore Dezful city. The township of Dezful lies 721 kilometres from Tehran and is located to the north of Khuzestan province. Generally it has a desert-like and comparatively dry weather with hot summers but mild winters. Dezful is best known for its citrus gardens, and the Dez River is full and flows strongly. This city is one of the oldest in Khuzestan province, with many outstanding historical, natural and cultural features. The historical monuments of this city are undeniable. Attractions like the water structures, skylights, the tomb of Yaqub Bey's Safari, Tisno house and the historic Dezful Bridge. Dezful is located beside the Dez River in the plains of Khuzestan province, which are some 140 metres above sea level. Shapur waterfall is one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Iran and indeed in the Middle East. It is located in the Zagros mountains in the northern city. Shapur waterfall springs from a cave and descends from high in the mountains. One of the attractions in Dezful is Khuzestan, which is also famously called the Valley of Spirits. Khuzestan has an untouched natural landscape. The walls of the valley are over 100 metres high, and in some parts they're so close together only one person can pass through at a time. The walls are green in colour in some parts, and this appearance is caused by the covering of plants, which makes an amazing landscape. Although Dezful remains safe from the Mongol attacks, they later on came under the Ilkhanate jurisdiction and showed no resistance against the attacks of Amir Temur. Nader Shah was responsible for safeguarding this vicinity against the laws and erected a castle called Ded Shah a few kilometres to the north of Bebahan to help to achieve this. The city has a privileged agricultural position, producing luscious fruits and vegetables for all of Iran, due to the presence of the rivers Dez and Kark and the fertility which these are responsible for creating. The historical bridge of Dezful is an old bridge and one of the most valuable monuments of the Khuzestan province, with approximately 1800 years of history. This passage is also known as the Sassin Bridge because it was built in the time of Shapur I. This bridge was built by the captured army of Rom after its failure against the Sassanid soldiers, and that's why it's named also the Roman Bridge. In that period of time, the Roman bridge connected John de Shapur to Mesopotamia. This is one of the oldest remaining brick bridges in the world. However, the asphalt current passage has been built over the old foundations, and the restorations from different periods have changed the original structure. Cars were permitted to pass through the bridge for a time, but now only walking is allowed on the bridge. In addition to its sheer age, the Sassanid Bridge is also architecturally significant, with 17 pillars, 14 large vaults and 13 small vaults. One reason for its strength and persistence is the use of lead and steel fasteners that was unique at the time and novel. There are some water mills between the Sassanid Bridge and the new bridge of Dezful, being highly similar to the water structures of Shapur. These mills were extremely damaged as a result of the flood in 1398 SH. Like the Roman bridge, these mills date back to the Sassanid dynasty. Moving on again to the tomb of Yaqub Bey's Safari. The tomb has a tall, white, jagged, conical dome, the design of which was adopted from the architecture of the Seljuk period, and is inspired by the shape of the trunk of the palm tree. The main structure of the building was built with raw clay bricks and decorated with embossed designs, mortar, plaster and soil. Years ago, there was an inscription on the wall of this tomb on which the name of Yaqub Bey had been written in Old Arabic script. The large northern porch of the tomb belongs to the Timurid period, to which two semi-raised minarets and an entrance door were added during the Qajar period. The nocturnal area is rectangular, and the entrance to this forms the corridor of the mausoleum, which has a curved ceiling in the Roman style, constructed of old sculptured stones. The top portion of the doorway was plaster, worked in the El-Khani period, and the sepulchre is of wood and has no inscriptions. The tomb of Yaqub Safari, the founder of the Safarid dynasty of Iran, is located within the vicinity of the ancient Jundi Shapur area, and the tomb is surrounded by a large cemetery with the presence of old tombstones standing testament to the ancient history of the building. The statues of Yaqub Safari have been installed at the entrance of Zabul and Dezful cities. Yaqub Safari was the first person to declare Persian the official language of Iran nearly 200 years after the advent of Islam in Iran. Moving further on to the tomb of Sharockin. This building is in the city centre of Dezful and in the old part of the city. Sharockin was the mystic of the 14th century AD. On top of the building there is a twin Turkish Doric dome. This tomb has a blue dome beautifully decorated with tile works. Close by is historical Tisno house, which is one of the biggest and oldest residential homes in Dezful, dating back to the Safavid era, 1501 to 1722. The house is located in Quale, or fortress, the oldest neighbourhood of the Dezful. The two-storey house has a large courtyard, delicate stained glass and brickwork decorations, and a large balcony with stoops where the owners would sit in cooler months of the year. The house also has a basement called a Shovadan, which functioned as an air-conditioned summer living room. Shovadans are a feature of Dezful architecture that help air-condition the house and are usually connected to the Shovadans of neighbouring houses. The Dezful water mills was built in the Sassanid era, that was even used until Qajar and Pahlavid periods to pound wheat, helping to make the city's economy boom. There were somewhere between 50 and 60 mills, some of which are under the old bridge and some others are under the new bridge. Some are in the Ali Kolar area. Many of them have been destroyed, either for being on the main coastal road, while others have been flooded. Only 20 of the mills are remaining now. The area was landscaped and traditional inns were built beside the structures. One of the wheels of the mills has been repaired and has been put to better use now. The water mills of Dezful are one of the most precious historical monuments in this county. Finally, moving on to Leaves Village. This village is located 73 kilometres north of Dezful County in Sardasht district. This village has got quite a long history. It has beautiful natural attractions beside its traditional and historic texture, so doubling its popularity. When you look at the village houses, you will find that all of them are made with a particular architectural style. The stone is used to build village houses, which is why this village is also known as Dezful Stone Village. Thank you for your attention, and we hope to hear your comments about our videos.